Hey friends, Synthoceps are back on the menu for me personally. I know most of you are going to say just use dunes with this build. I'm going for ballistic slams. We're playing sixes, we're playing eruption, the worst game mode ever implemented. Have a video on that if you want to check that out. It explains how to optimally win the mode against your better judgment, that type of thing. So yeah, ballistic slam, you know I like thunderclap, you know shoulder charge is really good. So this one's often the forgotten one. Back in Forsaken, I used to do a lot of reversals, even in threes, with Ballistic Slam and Synthoceps. But Synthoceps caught a really hard nerf, a deserved nerf, where they lose the extra lunge. However, you get that extra lunge back with knockout. So it's almost like Synthoceps have been relegated to an arc-only setup. So now being surrounded gains improved weapon handling and reload speed, which is meaningless because BXR Battler has hot swap and conditional finality is 95 handling. So essentially, these do nothing except buff my melee damage, and that does come up. Ballistic Slam can flat out delete entire teams, and in this mode, that helps a lot. You need Ballistic Slam to chain to your missile, so your missile can move faster, so you can move across this junction to pick up an eruption kill. Second half of that is Flashbang, which removes enemy radar and enemy wall hack on you since they're blind, which allows you to maybe pick up a kill and extend your timer and get another charge. Another thing is people pre-aim up, but you might already have cast the Ballistic Slam moving towards their direction, so they just can't realistically react and snipe you, even if they have the wall hack. Next part of this, Spark of Momentum. Slide over green bricks, gets your cooldown for your Ballistic Slam a little bit faster, and it really helps with conditional finality since I typically do not run a holster for conditional finality since I want to choose when I have the stasis shot and when I have the solar shot. Next part of this, Spark of Resistance. So when I slam near somebody and they melee me instinctually, I might have resistance up, instinct pops, and I punch them and get all of my health back because of knockout. Next part of that is Juggernaut. Really useful for finding information. You can peek, get hit by a 120, then go back into cover and still keep your Juggernaut. The only time it breaks is, I don't remember the amount of damage, but like essentially getting hit by a sniper rifle. It blanks sniper rifles, and when you're wall hacked in this game mode, that comes up a lot. Obviously, always go feedback just because it's a no-brainer. Get extra melee damage. Thruster, you would think, is worse than Barricade, but not in this game mode. I want Juggernaut up as much as possible, and when I hit the ground on a bad Ballistic Slam, there's always a fusion rifle, and this hurts fusion rifle users' feelings. By just thrustering to the left or right, they miss, and then you slide towards them. There is a case to be made for Fist of Havoc, but on a lot of maps, they're just too big. You need T-Crash to close the gap, to extend the streak, because you get the big point multiplier. The mods don't really matter that much. I think the only important one is Heavy-Handed, Impact Induction for my nades, since I'm at 4 Discipline, triple on Flinching, cooldown on orbs since my teammate supers drop a lot of orbs, and standard setup, Reaper. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Okay, chat question, what are my melee keybinds on roller? Depends on what class I play. Like depending, like Hunter, I like to have a combo bind to throw my smoke down. Auto melee I save for things like Arc Strider. Even though they have rocket launchers, I still think I can do something about that. Because they're all always in the same place. They're so scared of leaving the safety of each other's arms. 2v5 doesn't matter. It's always a 2v5. Good RNG. Did he get a kill? Okay, now we want to do it again, except missile out of it. I might not have the timer right here. I needed amplified not to go off right there. So the most common question I get with this build is, why not just Dune Marchers? And the answer is because in 6s, you get true one-hits a lot, whereas Dunes is better in 3s when you're not going to proc the Synthoceps perk, and just the Chain Lightning is enough to have your team more easily clean up a Ballistic Slam. The slide adds up to way more than you think. Yeah, Enhanced Slide adds up to so much living. You just live more. Able to slide into cover. Able to mess with their camera a little bit more. Show less of yourself for those aggressive slides. Well, this is problematic. Oh, hold on. Chud might be a Chad. He is. I wanted to sail a little bit past him, but still get the kill. Because I wanted to position myself for the next getaway. Wall hacks are dumb. It takes away from that being a cool play. Because if I made that read, which by the way, I was going to make that read just off sound cues, makes it meaningless. Speaking of reads, I needed that orb. So I wanted to go to those stasis crystals and collect something. The thing about Ballistic Slam is you have to be moving forward to move forward. You can't just change your direction mid-slam, which, by the way, would actually make it a really cool ability if you could. Or maybe an exotic that makes Ballistic Slam always move forward unless you're specifically holding backwards. That'd be like another really cool exotic combo for sure. Smoke still caught me on that slide. At 5 cents, there's only so much you can do in that situation. I thought I played most of my options pretty good. Just needed to not get smoked. Alright, so Spec Blade's about to get taken down. I'm ready. I'm ready to blind him. Even though it doesn't remove the wall hacks, by the way. There's a reason they call a shotgun the Matador in this game. Sad times. Controller moment. Woohoo! Eruption. You don't think I was redirecting that either way? Yeah, but like on M&K, I can see like, oh, this angle is not gonna work. Let's move it more to the right so I have more room to correct type thing. On controller, nah, man, I cannot just like flick like that. I have to accept that I've made the mistake. Nice little 2v5. Pretty good. Alright, so again, my takeaway with this is Synthoceps kind of belong on Arctitan. Conditional, I got really good pellet RNG on that one, and Blunt Execution is pretty cool if it doesn't happen to one-hit him. Also works perfectly with Knockout because you desync through their screen and they can't react to it with your Knockout melee. And then I've learned to really like Juggernaut. You just let them shoot a single hand cannon bullet into it, go back to cover. Now you know where they are, and you can choose somewhere else. Other part of that is Flashbang. In this mode, you get wall hacked, so you can remove their ability to see the wall hack by Flashbang, which really helps squeeze out those extra... Oh, look, another 2v5. Extra opportunities to extend the score. Okay, so I know exactly what's gonna happen when I spawn. It's all good. Tornado to the left. Let's duel. Keep the momentum. Keep the momentum. BXR perk is here. Please walk back. Okay, we're back in this match. Gonna toss this to yellow. Use my thruster to dodge some rockets. That's cool, they had power ammo. That was the most ambitious angle right there. There's definitely a better one to the left, but once again, controller just doesn't get to make that correction too much. Oh. Archaeologist, archaeologist, archaeologist. Alright, that's a super that walked back into his spawn instead of getting the 7th column. We'll take it. We'll take those any day of the week. I should have a thruster up when I need it to dodge the next hammer. If I slide into green, I get melee cooldown back. So it makes a lot of sense to do. Want to time my crouch so I was off the radar right there. Can't really read that one, but my goal was to jump off the map anyway to not be hit by a bow or whatever the hell they have. I just always assume there's bows in this game mode. They're too split, so we gotta start doing some slaying. Alright, now we've slayed. I think that's a clone. It was not a clone. Okay. Thought it was a delayed martyrdom. We have him split spawn right now, which is like normally good, but in the case of this mode, not really, because I need to pick up a multi-kill to progress. Biotic enhancements, please. Yoinked. This game mode, man. It's so frustrating. The guy even saw it coming to him. He saw the Dawnblade there and still chose to stand still. And there it is. The quad. I want you to know, sliding on that ammo would have reloaded my my conditional. I would have had my freezy shot, and he would have leapt forward towards me, right? All I have to do is walk forward, and conditional freezes him in the air. Guaranteed. Alright, nice little join in progress.